Hey everyone, it is April 14th, 2020, and I decided to do this video now and then just schedule it when all this stuff is over. But this message is for new believers in the midst of this global epidemic that God has called you, that God has been speaking to you and reached you through many people, especially online prophets and prophetess, ministering videos that God has caught your attention. And I want to say just God bless you and continue to walk forward with this. Whatever you learn, take with you. But there's things that I also want to share about this too in the midst of this global epidemic that we are having now. And though a lot of people are walking around looking like Mortal Kombat characters and covering their face, God has kept you safe. Just stay tuned because there's a lot of things I want to share with you. All right. God used this epidemic to tear down and burn the lies and negativity that's been stored in your life. Just as it was in the days of Exodus, they had their own gods and goddess, but as the Egyptians trust in their idols, it failed them. They would cry out and make pleas and sacrifices, and there was no answer. God showed them that there is only one God. Even the sorcerers and the people said that these things are done by the finger of God, which would eventually forsake their gods and goddess and start respecting the one true God. In the midst of the plague, God's people were protected, but not the idol worshipers, for they were infected by it. We may not have much idol worshipers as we did back then in the days of Egypt, where there's a God for different, God of agriculture, a God for the Nile, the God of the air, the God of death, goddess and gods, and whatever the Egyptians had. But there's also another God that we can also serve, which is ourselves. Idols, consider the letter I. If you look at the word pride, now pride can be a good thing for some people, but this is a kind of pride that you put yourself before God. If you look at the word pride, in the middle of the word pride, there is a letter I in it, because it's all about self. God knows how to get your attention, and through this plague, this pestilence, God has shown the world that He alone is God, and He's worthy to be loved because He loves you. You may have been at home during those days, locked in, and certain prophetic videos caught your attention. That was God pulling you in. That was God getting your attention. He was educating and edifying you at the same time. So the doors are open, so you can walk out and enjoy your life. So don't forget what God has taught you. In 1 Corinthians chapter 12, it speaks about 9 spiritual gifts. And one of them is the gift of healings, where people are simply laying on of hands and they are like cured. And I believe that God has been getting people's attention and going forth with this, people who are equipped with this gift to heal those who have this virus. And I believe that later on, maybe, I don't know, between now and whenever this video is posted, there's gonna be some people who were healed. I only heard of one case that a guy was healed with this from having coronavirus. It's a stranger, he was a cleaner, and he came into the hospital and healed this person. So I believe there's going to be many more cases happening. But if you hearing this message, you know that God has a plan for you, especially that you have endured this epidemic and that you are still alive. So stay strong. And I just ask that you take what you learned from these apostles, prophets, prophetess, ministers, preachers, people of God, teachers online, and just take it to heart and just walk it out. You know, God is always with you, and I'm happy that you have been saved. I'm happy that God delivered you and that He showed Himself to you in a loving way. So you guys just take care of yourselves and stay safe. All right.